The Nintendo Wii, a console that was not only home to some of the best and worst games of its generation, but that made gaming accessible to pretty much everyone, from tiny tots to OAPs. Until the release of the Switch, the Wii was the best-selling Nintendo home console, outselling its predecessor, the GameCube, by around 80 million units. But what were people playing on their Nintendo Wiis? Well, we are here to tell you. For today's list, we've consulted vgcharts.com to find out which Wii titles sold the most copies. We haven't purposefully excluded multi-platform titles, but it does so happen that all of the games on this list were exclusive to the Wii. It's just how this particular cookie has crumbled. What this does mean is that there's not a single Call of Duty title on this list, for which our writer is incredibly grateful. She's still having flashbacks to the best-selling games for the PS3 and 360 list. With everything nice and clear, I'm Ben from TripleJump, and here are the 10 best-selling games for the Nintendo Wii. Number 10. Just Dance 2, 10 million units. Do you like looking like an absolute idiot? Do you like looking like an absolute idiot whilst soundtracked by popular music? Then oh boy, or girl or other, would you get a kick out of the Just Dance series. You'll also be pleased to know that if you do enjoy waving your appendages around like a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man, then you're not alone, as the Just Dance series has made fools of millions upon millions of people. Released in 2010, Just Dance 2 was the series' second main installment and got players moving and grooving to a wide variety of pop hits, both of the day and of years past. Gameplay-wise, the idea was to hold the Wiimote in your hand and mimic the movements of the on-screen dancers, with points awarded for accuracy and timing. Just Dance 2 improved upon the original Just Dance by adding in a variety of new features, including co-op routines, a team-based dance battle mode, and the Just Sweat mode that focused on getting players' hearts racing. Whilst Just Dance 2 didn't go down well with serious professional gamers, it proved a massive hit with the casual crowd and was a surefire way to spice up any social gathering. Number 9. Super Mario Galaxy, 12.8 million units. According to the good folks over at Game Rankings, Super Mario Galaxy is the best game ever made, and although the equally fine individuals over at Metacritic disagree, it's impossible to deny that it was a gosh darned good game. Unlike many Super Mario titles in which the titular mustachioed plumber and chums are restricted to just the one planet, Super Mario Galaxy opened up the universe to players and allowed them to explore a whole smorgasbord of different worlds. It's time for the Centennial Star Festival in the Mushroom Kingdom, and all of its citizens have gathered to watch a comet. Sadly, Bowser's got a new dastardly scheme, and so it isn't long before chaos ensues, and it's left to Mario to rescue Princess Peach yet again and to put a stop to all of this madness. Considering just how brilliant Super Mario Galaxy was, there's little wonder that it sold so well, shifting almost 13 million units in total. Critics and players alike were impressed by more or less everything that the game had to offer, from its dazzling visuals and dynamic soundtrack to its inspired level design and engaging gameplay. It's just a shame that unless you still have a working Wii or a copy of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, it's basically impossible to play these days. Number 8. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, 13.32 million units. Ever since Super Smash Bros. Was released for the Nintendo 64 in 1999, gamers have been able to have an excellent time digitally knocking 9 bells out of their friends. Over the years, the series has gone from strength to strength, with fans turning out in their millions to get a hold of a copy of the latest Smash Bros. Title, and the Wii edition of the game, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, is one of the most successful of the lot. Like Super Smash Bros. And Super Smash Bros. Melee before it, Super Smash Bros. Brawl gave players the opportunity to pit their favorite Nintendo characters against one another. The game came with both a multiplayer and single-player mode, though most fans would probably agree that getting a few friends in on the action was far more fun than going it alone. The game came with a huge roster of fan-favorite characters, including returning heroes like Pikachu, Mario, and Link, and new ones such as Charizard, Wario, and King Dedede. Until Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was released in 2018 for the Switch, Super Smash Bros. Brawl was both the highest rated and best-selling title in the Smash Bros. Franchise, and with so much content and such a high level of replayability, it really comes as no surprise. Can I stop saying Smash Bros. Now? Number 7. Wii Fit Plus, 21.13 million units. Over the years, governments all over the world have tried and failed to get people exercising more, and in their defense, it is quite difficult to encourage people like our writer to get off their behinds and go for a jog when sitting on the sofa and eating snacks. is just so much more fun. Clearly, the world's health secretaries need to hire Nintendo, as their Wii Fit series got folks up and moving in their millions. The second best selling of the Wii Fit series was Wii Fit Plus. Released in 2009, the game was an enhanced version of its predecessor, so it did everything that Wii Fit did, don't worry, we'll come to that in a moment, and much more besides. In addition to all of the original content, Wii Fit Plus included 15 additional balance and aerobic games, 6 new strength and yoga activities, a calorie burn tracker, the ability for players to create custom regimes, and options to create profiles for pets and babies, for when little Tommy's on his shred. Some fitness buffs might have complained that the game didn't raise players' heart rates enough to constitute effective exercise, but overall critics agreed that Wii Fit Plus's additional features made it well worth the price of admission. Number 6. Wii Fit, 22.67 million units. Although Wii Fit Plus had more features than the OG Wii Fit, it didn't quite measure up when it came to its commercial performance, with the original fitness title outselling its follow-up by over 1 million units. If you're unfamiliar with Wii Fit, then allow me to clue you in. The game came packaged with a balance board peripheral and aimed to get players up off the couch and doing a little physical activity. Players started by standing up on the board, which then weighed them and measured how well they were able to balance and told them their BMI. From there, they could engage in a number of different activities that were designed to improve their strength and overall fitness. The activities were split into yoga and strength, which were guided by an on-screen trainer, and balance and aerobics, which featured the Miis and were a little more gamified. Wii Fit received a lot of praise from several publications for being a fun, unintimidating means for players to introduce themselves to exercise. Sure, it wasn't exactly the most intense workout in the world, but it was still better than doing no exercise at all. Number 5. Wii Play, 28.02 million units. Let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? No, Wii Play is not the best video game ever made. In fact, according to the good folks over at Metacritic, its very middling score of 58 out of 100 places it as the 16,978th best game of all time and the 489th best Wii game ever made. Still, we know from experience that just because something's good, it doesn't follow that it will sell well, and vice versa, as is the case with Wii Play. Released as a launch title for the Wii in Europe, Japan, and Australia, and in February 2007 in North America, Wii Play comprised a number of mini-games that aimed to showcase everything the Wiimote had to offer. The games included Shooting Range, which wasn't unlike Duck Hunt, Find Me, which was somewhat akin to Where's Wally, or Where's Waldo if you want to get American about this, and Charge, in which players controlled a cow-riding Mii along a scarecrow-strewn course. Although it didn't review all that well, Wii Play was a commercial success, but this was due in large part to the fact that the game came packaged with an additional Wiimote. Sneaky, Wii Play, very, very sneaky. Number 4. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, 30.32 million units. Upon its release in 1985, Super Mario Bros. For the NES set the world ablaze. Not only was it a ton of fun to play, but it was also one of the titles that helped to revive the games industry after E.T. the Extraterrestrial and Pac-Man for the Atari 2600 almost killed it. Since then, players have enjoyed over 20 Super Mario adventures, including 2009's New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which was the 4th best-selling Wii game of all time and the 3rd best-selling Super Mario title of all time, behind New Super Mario Bros. For the DS and the OG Super Mario Bros. Are you sick of the words Super and Mario yet? I know I am. The game stars the titular Mario brothers and follows Mario plus Luigi and 2 Toads if you're in cooperative multiplayer mode, as he once again travels through a number of different worlds in order to save the Princess Peach from Bowser and his minions. Unlike Wii Play, which sold well but was about as enjoyable as Toothache, New Super Mario Bros. Wii went down with critics like a warm mug of cocoa on a crisp autumn evening. It was praised for its level design, brilliant colourful graphics, and its multiplayer. So with that all considered, there's probably no wonder that New Super Mario Bros. Wii found its way into over 30 million homes. Number 3. Wii Sports Resort, 33.14 million units. Oh yeah, here we go! Sports time! Sorry, I couldn't Wiisist. I'm done. Released in 2009, Wii Sports Resort was the follow-up to the iconic Wii Sports, and don't worry, we'll get to that in a minute. It boasted over a dozen different minigames, all of which were based on real-world sports, and was one of the first titles to utilize the Wii Motion Plus accessory, which allowed the Wiimote to interpret more complex motions. The gameplay itself was very similar to that of its predecessors. Players held onto their Motion Plus equipped Wiimote and imitated a variety of sports from the comfort of their living rooms. Unlike Wii Sports Resort was initially sold as a standalone title, though it was was eventually bundled with the original and packed in with Wii consoles, which no doubt helped its sales considerably. Though not as commercially successful as Wii Sports Resort did fare better with critics, who cited the improved motion controls and graphics as reasons why the sequel was superior to the original. Perhaps if Nintendo had thought to bundle Wii Sports Resort with the console from the get-go, it might have reached a few more players. Alas, I suppose, we'll never know. Is that the last one? You just have to wait and see. Number 2. Mario Kart Wii, 37.38 million units. Mario Kart Wii is a game of seconds. It is the second lowest rated Mario Kart title of all time with an average review score of 82 out of 100. It's also the second best-selling Mario Kart game, surpassed only by Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which has to date sold over 46 million copies. Finally, it is the second best-selling Nintendo Wii game of all time. Aren't coincidences fun? Indeed, it might not have been the absolute best Mario Kart game ever, but that didn't stop Mario Kart Wii from selling like hotcakes. If you need me to explain the concept of Mario Kart to you, then I suggest you take a good hard look in the mirror and ask yourself what you've been doing with your life up until this point. Put simply, you race karts with Mario and chums. The USP of Mario Kart Wii was the fact that players could steer using the Wiimote, and the game even came packaged with the Wii wheel accessory to really cement the feeling of using an actual steering wheel. Why they didn't just call it the wheel, I'm not sure. There's another one. Surprisingly, it wasn't the motion controls that upset critics, but rather the lack of track variety and the blandness of the unlockable characters. It was still heaps of fun though, no matter what those grumpy reviewers said. Number 1. Wii Sports, 82.9 million units. There are probably some out there that would argue that it's a little unfair to include Wii Sports on this list on account of the fact that it was packed in with Wii consoles and therefore people had no choice but to let it into their homes. Still, by virtue of being bundled with the Wii, Wii Sports is the best-selling Wii game of all time, and since there's nothing in our rule set that prohibits us from including it, we have no choice but to award it the top spot on our list. Them's just the breaks, I'm afraid. Thankfully, unlike Kinect Adventures, the best-selling game for the Xbox 360 that was also a pack-in title, Wii Sports was not a complete load of tosh. In fact, by all accounts, it was really quite good. The title consisted of 5 different sports, each of which was played using the Wiimote and sometimes the nunchuck to simulate the necessary actions. For example, tennis was played by holding the Wiimote like the handle of a tennis racket and swinging it when the ball came towards the player's avatar. The great thing about Wii Sports was the fact that it was so simple to understand and play, which made it the perfect vehicle to demonstrate how entertaining the console was. In short, it was a wheelie fun game. Alright, now I'm done. Thanks for watching.